guys, it's Celeste and welcome back to my channel. So in this video today, as you guys can tell by the title, I am going to be doing my own box braids in my hair, and I'm starting off with freshly washed and conditioned hair, and I just slightly blow dried it, not super straight. I didn't have time to sleep with wet hair and let it air dry overnight, so I just decided to go ahead and blow it out. So yeah, we are clean and ready to go, but I just thought I'd do a quick little intro for you guys. So yeah, I'm actually going to show you guys the products that I'm going to be using and the hair that I'm going to be using and all that good stuff. So I'll be right back so I can get the products. Okay you guys, so I have this bag here, and this has all the products that I bought in it. So we're gonna start off with the hair that I'm gonna use, and the hair that I'm gonna use is called Feather Tip. It's by Bobbi Boss, and it's a pre-feathered braiding hair. Excuse me, I have something in my mouth. If you guys are like, what's wrong with my mouth? But I have something in my mouth. Anyway, this is the pre-feathered braiding hair, so I don't have to go in and like sit there and feather each and every piece. It already comes feathered, which is great. This is in the color 1. Yeah, so this is in the color 1, and it says it's pre-pulled and pre-stretched, which is great for me. It says no need to pull and stretch for hours. The ultimate natural and sleek tip finish, ultra soft, thin, and lightweight. Ideal for creating styles with hot water settings. And it's pre-feathered tips for twists and braids from unraveling, and it's 54 inches. So I have used this hair before, and yes. And I paid $2.45 for it, and I bought one. It's in packs. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I bought 5 packs. I don't know if this is gonna be enough, but we'll see. I also bought rubber bands, and these were 99¢, again from the same local beauty supply store. I bought some cream of nature with argan oil from Morocco, perfect for edges, and I like to use this. And I also bought this Mari's black beeswax for just when I get to like my ends and the braiding hair. I want to make sure that it's like actually seamlessly blended, so that's what that's for. And I have this, it's pretty like jacked up, as you guys can tell, but it's just a metal tooth, not a metal tooth, but what do you call this, a metal tail. You guys can tell it's a metal tail. So yeah, so those are products that I got. Hopefully I have enough hair. If not, I'll go to the beauty supply store tomorrow or whenever I decide to go, or if I don't have enough, right? So I always start, and I use the rubber band method on my hair, and this is just a method that I've used. It helps me grip the hair better so it doesn't fall out my hair. And yes, I've experienced my actual braids falling out my hair, so me using the rubber bands definitely do help that. So yes, I'm actually going to go in the restroom. I do have a ventilator in the restroom, so it's kind of noisy. So from here, or from the next clip that you're gonna see, it is going to be a voiceover, but I just thought I'd do this intro really quickly for you guys. And yes, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely give it a like, comment, thumbs up, whatever you want to do, a thumbs down, I don't care. Just thanks for watching the video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. Alright you guys, so I am back, And as you guys can see, I went ahead and parted my hair, or trying to separate and part my hair. This is probably the hardest part about this whole entire process because I'm extremely anal and very picky on the parting. But I mean, it really doesn't matter too much in the back how your parting looks, so I wouldn't worry too much. But I'm using my back, or my little mirror, and also the mirror on the wall. And excuse how dirty this mirror is, I should have wiped it, but I didn't. So now we're going in and we're using a little bit of the edge control and a rubber band, and we're gonna go ahead and tie that probably like 3 or 4 times. You don't want it to be too tight. And as you guys can see, the sectioning is not too big and not too small. I don't like my braids jumbo, and I don't like them too small where it's taking me forever. So medium size box braids is what I usually go for. And yeah, so it's extremely simple. I'm just parting the hair, taking a little bit of the edge control, a rubber band, and wrapping it around, and just gonna do that for my whole entire head. So of course I fast forward this, and as you guys can see, the parting is not perfect, but it does look pretty neat. And yes, now for the front, I would definitely recommend taking your time with the front, because obviously this is a part that everyone sees. And the parting that I used is like diagonal back. Well, that looks kind of straight, but for the most part it's diagonal back, because I feel like it lays better when you're doing diagonal back rather than straight back. So yes. Okay, now the reason why I do this method as far as using the rubber bands before I go in and braid my hair is because I feel like it's a lot more secure and my braids do not slip and fall out my hair. I'm not a professional braider. I just do this on myself. I am a licensed cosmetologist, but I do not specialize in braids. Occasionally I'll do other people's hair if they ask me to, but I don't do braids a lot at all on people. So that's the reason why I use this method, because it just works for me, and it's just a lot more neater. Now I'm going in with my braiding hair, and I like to do the braiding hair over the braids, or excuse me, over the rubber band, not on the rubber band, because I've also noticed that when I do it on the rubber band, it can tend to slip. So you want to make sure that you are gripping and putting it over the rubber band, okay? I hope that makes sense. Just think about your 2 fingers kind of locking into each other. You want to make sure that the braiding hair is over the braid, okay? Now I'm going in, and as you guys can see, I don't do 3 strands. I do 2 strands because it's a little bit easier for me. I just use my 3rd strand. As far as the 3rd strand is usually my own hair until I get to about 2 inches, and then I go ahead and split the 2 sections into 3 to make it a 3rd strand, okay? Now if your hair is shorter, I'm not sure what to tell you, but of course there are so many other tutorials on YouTube how to grip short hair. Personally, I don't know how to grip short hair, or extremely short hair, because my hair is pretty short, but like, a TWA or something a little bit longer than a TWA. But as you guys can see, for me, when I do the method of using the rubber bands before I actually braid, I feel like this process goes by so much easier. Like, I already know my sectioning and everything. And as you guys can see, the braids are definitely medium-sized braids, and I think they look pretty good. Now, of course, depending on how long you want them, as you guys can see, I like my braids very long. These are probably like hip bone, or like almost reaching my butt. I'm 5'9", so yes, these are pretty long, and I think the pack said these were 54 inches if I'm not mistaken. So yes, and it's a mix between a 1 and a 2 as far as the color, but that's okay. And as you guys can see probably previous, I did use some of that beeswax on my hair when I got to the end, because I did have a blunt cut and some of the ends did not want to stay in the braid. So yes, you want to make sure that that's why you use the beeswax. If you use the beeswax throughout your whole entire hair, it will be very greasy and sticky and gross. I've done that before and my neck was always greasy, my pillowcase was always greasy. So just use the beeswax for the ends of your hair. So I'm just gonna continue to braid, and this process took me a total of about, I want to say 8 hours, not continuously. I think I did 4 one day and 4 the next day. And again, I'm doing these myself, and also I take my time. I want to make sure they look as neat as possible, and also they are extremely long braids. So yes, now I'm gonna go ahead and do this section off camera. You guys pretty much get the gist of what I did. I went in first and I sectioned the hair, put the little beeswax, the edge control rubber band, and then I braided. Now as you guys can see, I'm doing like a half up, half down. The half up, half down, the braids are not completely braided because I want to add a little bit of additional braiding here, so the braids are a little bit longer in the front. That's why I didn't braid them all the way down here, because these kind of reach the middle of my back and I wanted them to go all the way down to the rest of the length. That's another trick. If you feel like when you do the half up, half down, they are still kind of short, just going in and just adding more braiding here to like the ends of the actual braids, and that will give it a lot more length. So now I believe I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of edge control, or was that gel, or one of the two. I believe it was gel or edge control, and I'm just going in and just putting the edge control on my hair and just doing my little baby hairs or whatever you want to call it. And now I'm gonna just focus on adding more of the braiding hair. As you guys can see, all the braiding hair is exactly the same length. So yes, now of course my ends are a little bit raggedy, but I did go in and add some hot water to kind of get the ends to be nice and straight, and so I can seal the ends. So that's another trick, so your braids won't unravel. So yes, you guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. I didn't add everything because this video would have been a day long. So yes, hopefully you guys enjoy it and got some helpful tips or tricks out of it. And thank you again for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Later.